Ever wondered why we meticulously buckle up our kids in the car, but when they hop on that big yellow school bus, seatbelts are often nowhere to be found? It seems like a huge contradiction, right? Well, the answer isn't as simple as you might think, and it boils down to some fascinating science and a concept called compartmentalization. Imagine an egg carton. The design protects each egg by surrounding it with a protective structure. School buses are engineered in a similar way. The seats are high-backed, heavily padded, and spaced very closely together. During a sudden stop or a frontal collision, this design creates a protective compartment or egg carton for the students. The force of the impact is absorbed by the seat in front of them, cushioning them and distributing the energy over a wide area of their body. This method is surprisingly effective and has been the cornerstone of school bus safety for decades. Physics also plays a massive role. School buses are giants on the road. They can weigh over 10 tons, making them significantly heavier than the average car. In a collision between a bus and a smaller vehicle, the sheer mass of the bus means it absorbs much less of the crash force. The smaller car, unfortunately, bears the brunt of the impact. Because the bus decelerates much more slowly, the passengers inside experience less violent G-forces, reducing the need for traditional three-point seatbelts that are crucial in lightweight cars. Historically, there was even a concern that seatbelts could cause more harm than good. In the past, only lap belts were considered for buses. The fear was that in an emergency evacuation, like a fire, fumbling with dozens of seatbelt buckles could tragically slow down the exit process. Additionally, lap belts alone could potentially cause serious abdominal or spinal injuries in a crash without the accompanying shoulder harness, especially for smaller children. The design of the bus seats was seen as a safer, passive protection system that worked for everyone, regardless of their size or whether they used it correctly. But what about rollovers? This is where the conversation gets more complex. Compartmentalization is most effective in frontal or rear-end collisions. In a side impact or a rollover, it's less protective. This is a major reason why the debate is far from over. Modern safety standards are evolving to address this. You'll notice that smaller school buses, those closer in size to a passenger van, are actually required to have seat belts, because they don't have the same mass advantage as their larger counterparts. They rely on belts for occupant protection, just like your family car. Today, the tide is slowly turning. Several states have begun mandating seat belts on new, large school buses. It's often requiring three-point shoulder belts, which are much safer than the old lap belts. The transition is slow and expensive, as retrofitting an entire fleet is a massive undertaking. So, while the classic yellow bus might still rely on its clever egg carton design, the future of student transportation is heading towards a belt and braces approach, combining proven passive safety with the active protection of modern seatbelts. It's a continuous effort to make the safest ride to school even safer. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the world around us.